Men, you're going to lead, women are going to follow, period. So we need to understand that we need them the same way they need us. They are our connection to emotion.
Mm.
If you have, if we do not have women, there'll be a whole bunch of Spocks walking around. No one understanding each other, right? Because the way we connect with each other, the way I connect with Uncle Stu is through emotion. So through my emotion, I'm able to take this knowledge and give it to him. That's where empathy and sympathy comes. And that's where us as men, we fail. Because a lot of the times when we talk to each other, we can't show that weakness. We can't cry. We can't hurt. I can't call up my brother Stu and cry to him because I'll be looked at as a sucker. I'll be looked at as a punk. We got to get rid of that stigma. We're men. Although that we're built more rugged than women, we cry, we bleed, we hurt just like they do. And there should be no reason why I can't call Obsidian and say, yo, Duke, check this out. I'm going through some stuff right now. I don't need you to break things down. I just need you to hear me right now because I got to get this stress off. We can't do that. You know what I'm saying? So women, you guys have been doing that for eons. Eons. We're just starting to do this, right? And that's why I think, you know, with the manosphere, why you have a lot of men angry because now they're just starting to talk. And I think it's going to die down a little bit as we start to converse and we start to speak and we start to get therapy.
Can I? Whew. Hold on. Hold on, Court. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I just had to give him that real quick. But yo, what's the brother's name? Bolo TV. What he said about the anger in this space, and in many ways, the way that we are presently feeling in our manhood. I want to bring an issue to the table that I think is going unseen. And Obsidian, you can feel free to push back on me on this, and chances are you will. But I think that the commodification of the dating market is going to come back to bite us in our ass big time. And what I mean by that is,
explain that.
A lot of us are pushing what I refer to as auction block culture, but which better known as in this space as sexual marketplace value. And the issue that I have with that is that if you look at, again, if you start looking institutionally and you start looking at macro trends happening in society, the large majority of Black men are approaching the dating market knowing that they don't have the economic capability to support or uphold the responsibility of a family. So therefore, the way in which they are engaging with the women, with the sisters, is really just from a sexual nature. Like, we're not trying to close the deal in marriage. So what that ultimately ends up happening is, if sisters understand, well, like, damn, my SMV is being impacted based upon like who I am presently dealing with, what's going to end up occurring is sisters are going to become very transactional, right? In their engagements. So if you can't like afford them, it's going to be like, well, who do I get the best deal from, right? So this whole the sisters on the panel last week were talking about, in the next 10 to 20 years, we're going to see a situation where many women start to push for polygamy because they'll rather go after the one or two high value men than to deal with someone who can't afford to support a family. So I think that once we introduce this auction block culture and a woman understands that, you know, she's looked at as a commodity, well, then she's going to put the highest price on her goods that she can command in the market. And many men will have priced themselves out of the market because they made the relationship center around a dollar value. So I think that we have to be very careful, because when I look at it, that's a failing in our manhood. And I think that it's an issue. So Obsidian, if you want to push back, you absolutely can, my brother. But I just think that it's going to come back to bite us in our ass when a huge percentage of Black men are priced out of a market that they've created.
Okay, let me jump in on that. My question is, I'm gonna take it to another level. I normally wouldn't do this on Courtney's platform.
Go ahead on. You are free.
I wonder how many of these men that's talking about me realize that I just lost my son less than 3 days ago and had to bury him and pay for the whole funeral, can they handle being that and then having to deal with the mother that birthed that child? Come on. You talking about sexual marketplace. Try keeping a woman up who lost her first begotten child. You gonna tell me about how to be strong as a man? Really? You talking to a veteran.
You talking to me, or are you talking
No,
to
In general.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
It's not you. But what I'm trying to get everyone to understand, and I said this on my show, me and Bolo had back talk conversations. Sometimes if you don't know the man you talking to, you may not know the fruits he bear and what makes him the man that he is. So while you out there chasing Puyang, you got another man trying to make sure that women don't lose their minds in life-threatening situations. Are you built to be that real man?
You know what's sad, OG, Uncle Stu?
And where that comes from and where that comes out of is that if you think it's just about your money and you have no character, most men would have ran in that situation.
Yeah.
My
condolences to you, Uncle Stu. I'm sorry to hear that.
So this is why I say, and I didn't want this gentleman to leave. I need to know exactly where you want me to be. Because my brother, over the last week, not only am I dealing with that situation, I'm still running a platform to bring love, knowledge, and understanding without begging not one person for $1. You know why? Because Uncle Stu was able to handle it financially, but it doesn't mean he didn't deal with the pain. You know what Bolo said to me? You know what another brother said to me? They didn't just ask me about the woman. They said, "Are you okay?" I said, "Bolo, no, I'm not okay, but I gotta stay okay because I'm on a mission. I ain't got time to be sitting around here playing with nobody that doesn't want to be a man. You want to be a man? Come on to Uncle Stu platform. You want to be a man? Go read Obsidian's book. You want to be a man? You got to put in some work." I just didn't want to come out because I'm a New Yorker, and sometimes my New York attitude come out a whole lot stronger than any man can give it to me. I remember Obsidian talking about something. I dare any of these men, go to the Middle East and let's see how you can hang. Go see what those brothers are dealing with. So in America, we very well protected in theory, but it takes a lot to be a man. Not every man can endure what I'm leveled to endure and still get up here and smile and say, "Courtney, I love you."
Yeah.
Do y'all understand? I'm not here for empathy. I'm not even here for sympathy. God got me. So my brother Africa, you know, my Islamic brother Obsidian, of course, Bolo TV, I say to any man, are you really built for this? You really built to be a man? Because to be a man, it takes work. And some of us got scratches, scars, bruises. Some of us been through trauma and pain, but we came through it. But are you really ready to be a man? Because if it's all about the Puyang, that's easy. That's easy to get Puyang. But can you be a husband? See, I tell a woman in a heartbeat, a lot of them, all you want is the wedding, but are you ready for the marriage? That takes hard work and commitment. It's easy to get the Puyang, but can you endure the marriage? Can you endure the marriage? So what benefit does it bring you? I tell women, you need a man that got shoulders and not just running around swinging his hips. So you want to build an institution in Africa? That's already being built.
Respect.
I'm already building a network. Whether you call him Jesus or Allah, I'm sitting up here on a platform with Mr. Obsidian and you and Bolo. So guess what? All I'm saying is, you said institutions. The institution is being built. It's being built. And I need you to help me expand it. I need Obsidian to forgive me for anything I have done and reach his hand down. I don't want Obsidian's money. I just need his hand. I don't need O'Shea and his money. I just need his hand. 5 fingers is on one hand. You grab it together. We got a fist. And that means power. That means I need the 40-somethings, the 30-somethings, the 20-somethings. I need Courtney Michelle just as much as I need TJ Randolph. And I'm sorry to say, but there are some people who's going to die in the wilderness. Whether you read it from the Quran, the Sunnah of Prophet Muhammad, or you read it from the Bible, the reality is some people's going to die in the wilderness. And you know what? I'm sorry. Either we're going straight or we going behind. Either you're going to sit in your pain or you're going to move in your gate. I think Bolo got a message about that tonight. How do you build muscles? Y'all like to be athletic?
I do, brother.
No pain, no gain. Ain't that the way it's called?
That's
Sometimes you got to work through the pain. Sometimes you got to recognize the errors of your own ways. That's why that chick left you. Not everybody's relationship ended because of just what she did. We all got to recognize we all had a part to play. I should have never got married. It wasn't her fault. It was mine. Why? Because I should have recognized I wasn't on my purpose at the time I got married. Does it mean that I deserve what I got when I was married? No. But the reality is, if I would have had some discipline, I wouldn't have had a child out of high school. If I'd had some discipline, I wouldn't have had a second child out of wedlock and marriage. So what am I trying to do? Tell the young people, don't do what I did so you won't receive what I got. Maybe by the grace of God, I live so that you can live. So the next time somebody want to challenge me, come on up here and let's go life for life, pound for pound, issue for issue. And let's see who becomes a man.
Yeah. Well, I hear you, Unc. Thank you for that. And again, my condolences to you. I did not know that you was going through that.
Yeah, definitely.
And I think that speaks a lot to men. What you have to put on your shoulders and keep it with a straight face and sometimes with a smile.
That's right.
Sometimes you got to walk this life like everything is okay when at home it's not.
It's not.
Yeah.
And that speaks to your strength. So my prayers to you and your family, Unc.
Yes. And like I said,